Shartimus Prime. Reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it. Taking bad hits, taking bad shits. Shartimus, subscribe.
Awesome. Hey, what's up, you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another SH Figuarts action figure review on the Bandai Tamashii Nations Marvel Avengers Endgame movies Final Battle Edition Disney Deluxe Captain America. If you're trying to get your SH Figuarts, you can do so at
Big. Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
And while you're down there, please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell so we get that to 1 million, guys. And looking at the packaging over here, this is pretty fancy. You can see a lot of accessories. You get this nice gold plate kind of thing going on with the cardboard in there. It says Disney Deluxe right here. And then you can see Captain America. You get the foil right there. And then on the side, we get a nice looking product shot. And then on the back, you can see some even more product shots. I like how there's this wear thing going on with the packaging. It looks pretty neat. And then on this side, there's Cap again. You can see the window creeps up through the top right over there. You get the gold text. Not much more at the bottom except for more fancy gold text. So let's get to it and crack this thing open. So we get a ton of accessories for Captain America, and on top of all this stuff right here, we have 3 interchangeable heads with a swappable neck. I am not going to get into crazy detail with all of these parts, especially because we've seen a lot of this stuff before. Now you can see that we have 5 pairs of interchangeable hands, and we have a similar system as we had seen before with the SH Figuarts Captain America figures, where we have it set up where you get this loop piece that goes through the forearm, and you attach this, to the wrist peg, so that's how that's going to work. Unfortunately, this does not work out too great for me. I find these shields just want to pop off super easy, and it's always a bit frustrating, but you can see that the shields look great. Now look at that beautiful wash over there. That looks awesome. Really like those splashes of dirt on there. Looks really cool. It's very clean on the inside. And you can see the brake right over here. Looking really nice with those ridges and the steel, or it's plastic, but still, that's pretty awesome. And then here's the regular looking shield, so that's pretty dope. I like that. Again, very dirty, so that's cool. And then you can do the same porting system with those straps. You also have these pieces right here that you could port in. Oh, you just gotta go through trial and error. I think it has indicators somewhere, but it's just easier to just kind of go via trial and error right over there. So you can just port those in like that. If you don't want, the shield doing anything, or if you only want to use one side right over here, so that you can get this on Cap's back. So this will port in right here like that, and then you could port this onto the back of Captain America. So we've seen that before many times. And then this other peg right here is so that you could put the shield on a flight stand. So if you want it soaring in the air, you can do something like that. Then you have the throwing shield display option. Of course, you could port this clear plastic piece in right like so. You want to match the shape, so you get an L shape in there that it's going to go into. And then you can go ahead and tab the shield onto these 2 pegs sticking up right over here, where you're going to actually slide this underneath the hand and then port that in. So now it looks like he's throwing the shield, so that's a cool thing to do. Then the rest of the hands are fisted hands, and then we get the relaxed hands, and then you have the weapon holding hands right there, or the Mjolnir holding hands. And then we get the new stuff with the Mjolnir, looking really cool. I really like this a lot. The whole Mjolnir system for this figure is dope. I like this. Oh, a little oopsie right there. Ugh. Now you do have to be careful when you port this in, because if you port it on the wrong side, it may be hard to take out, but you can take that off right there. It's pretty easy, actually. You just play match the shape again. I don't know how it got sunk in more so on one side than the other, but yeah. Oh, okay. It's because of the shape. So yeah, just make sure that that's level. That'll bug me if it's all like that. So I gotta do that. And then you can remove these ends of Mjolnir with the lightning effects. So go ahead and pick from underneath right here. Oh, by the way, you could remove the handle when you're getting him to hold it. Again, like other versions of SH Figuarts. But you can just port this off right here for this version, and then port this piece on right there. And now you have some cool electric effects, or lightning effects anyway. Again, just port this off. Yeah, that looks pretty sick. So you can do this if you like, or you could have it only on one side if you wish. And then taking those off again, because it's actually easier to do the centerpiece first, and you get this beautiful electric effect right over here. So that's just awesome. I really like that. My biggest gripe with it though is that it doesn't match perfectly with my existing Tamashii lightning effects. I mean, it's pretty close. It works enough, but it's just not exactly the same. So just kind of irked me only a tiny bit. But yeah, again, play the good old match the shape. I'm not good at this game. There it goes. All right. So that's pretty rad. And get these on here too, and now you have that full charged lightning effect going on right there. Oh, that's so awesome. Look from farther away, you can see how dope that is. That's really cool. And to measure out the effect itself, you're looking at about 5.5 inches. So that's pretty sweet, but not as cool as the coffee stain. So here's looking at the Chris Evans head sculpt, and man, I mean, really, this is just a big fat fail. I mean, that does not look like Chris Evans at all, especially at this point in time with, you know, so many Captain America, Chris Evans references out there, especially from Endgame. I don't know exactly what it is. I don't know how to sculpt faces and everything to look like actors, but I know it doesn't look like Chris Evans, man. You know, that nose is just so much larger than I remember Captain America's nose being. The hair looks pretty good. I just don't like this cutoff right over here. You can see that paint changes right there, so I'm not happy about that. On this side, it's not as bad. And the wash is pretty good with that gold paint right there. It would have been a cool head sculpt if it was somebody else. It just does not look like Chris Evans at all to me. So this is attached to a separate neck from the helmet joint, or the helmet head sculpts. So here's looking at the angry one anyway, and you can see that right there. So that's a little cooler. You know, it looks more like Chris Evans because, you know, we see less face. So there you go. And the eye paint came out looking okay. It's kind of like looking off to his left just a little bit. I like the gritted teeth right there. Chin strap looks good. Paint apps look pretty nice and clean. I like the detailed sculpt right there on the helmet. And then if I'm lucky enough, I will pop off just the head and not the whole thing. There we go. And then you could put the regular relaxed Cap face on there, which, yeah. The screaming angry one is my favorite one. Kind of like my last SH Figuarts Captain America face. And you can see a comparison right there. But yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, it's just, there's just so many little things here that I think are wrong, like the size of the nose, the space between the nose and the upper lip. So, yeah, I'm not really that happy with this one either. I mean, if it was a generic Captain America, it wouldn't be so bad, but it's supposed to be Chris Evans. On the back right here, you can see that we get that port thing, so you could take this off to peg the shield in there. And demonstrating picking that off, you can see that right there. So that's how that's going to port into the back. And yeah, I really like this messy wash over everything. That looks really dope. And nice, clean deco right here with the Avengers logos. Get that again on this side. But yeah, great looking paint apps throughout on that. You know, throughout the figure, I think. It looks really good. I love the dirty look, man. It just looks so cool. Same thing right there with the midsection. Arms look great. Gloves look really good. I mean, they all came out really clean, so at least that's all very consistent. The belt looks awesome as well. Then you can see the back right over there looking pretty good. And we looked at that part. There's America's ass, and then there's America's thighs, America's crotch. Ad-libbing this stuff, all right? I never thought about America's crotch until now, I swear. But yeah, on the side right there, the paint apps look really good. Dusty, dirty Captain America. It does look more like a really old, dusty figure on your shelf more than anything. There are times where I kind of just want to go like that, but yeah. So it's dirty paint added on there. It's not actual dust, of course. It's a brand new figure. Anyway, feet look pretty good. Nice treads right there, and no peg holes at the bottom of the feet. So I mostly really like the articulation on this figure. However, the shoulder joints did get fairly loose on me rather quickly, and it bothers me some. But anyway, you can move the neck joint and the head joints right over here together to make him look up that far. It doesn't look up a whole ton, but still, it's okay. You can move the head and neck down that much. You get side-to-side motion right there with both neck and head joints, and you get some good pivoting motion right over there as well. The butterfly joints will allow his shoulders to move in that much, not really back at all. And again, you can see this has gotten very loose, and it's pretty gappy over here too. So I find myself having to shift around. You can see how it shifts up and down like that. You can get the shoulders moving outward or the arms moving outward like that and down all the way. You will rotate a full 360, single jointed elbows, like, man, no bicep swivel. Still wish we had that. Then we get the wrist pin joints where you can turn them side to side and hinge horizontally or up and down depending on how you have that configured. Diaphragm joint turns side to side, crunches forward that much, back that much, and then the waist just wiggles a little bit side to side, waist pivoting and waist crunching. So with both joints, he'll move forward that far, and then with both waist and diaphragm joint, he'll move back a whole lot farther. So you want to be careful with this and get this kind of aligned correctly. I notice sometimes, like, if you don't pose him right, he'll get this little, like, paunch thing going on, like, well, this will stick out. It's kind of funny, like that, I guess. But anyway, you do have the drop-down legs, so that's cool. I always appreciate that. So you can get the legs kicking outward that far, and then you can get them kicking forward that much and back. And then there is thigh rotation or hip rotation all the way up there, double jointed knees, and then the ankles they don't move down, and you can see I just popped that off, but yeah, it's on a ball joint, so it'll move down just a tiny bit, up only a tiny bit. You get side to side motion, ankle pivot, and toe articulation. And to measure out this new SH Figuarts Captain America figure, you can see that he is standing just under the 6.5 inch mark. Then here's our Figuarts Endgame Captain America next to the Figuarts Endgame Final Battle Iron Man Mark 85, and then we have our bro Thor right over there, or armored Thor anyway, Final Battle. And man, I wish Thor was maybe even a little bit taller, right? It looks like their eye line is just a little bit too close, even though his is higher, but so is Iron Man, so I don't know, I always thought that Thor should be the tallest out of the three. And then for a size comparison for something I never saw in a movie that I wish I could have seen is a prime version of the top four, or the big four Avengers characters. So we have the Mark 85, we have our Endgame Cap, we have our Infinity War Thor, and our Infinity War Hulk. I mean, I guess maybe it's not a prime Hulk, he did get his butt kicked by Thanos, right? So, but anyway, it would have been cool to see these four characters all side by side in one movie. That would have been great. The Mafex Thor, still on the short side, I think. Then here's the Figuarts Cap next to the Marvel Select Armored Thanos, which I consider to be the best armored Thanos figure. He is holding the ZD Toys Bi-Blade right over there. Is that what we call it? I've been calling it a Bi-Blade, right? Does that make sense? No? Anyway, these do not fit into scale together at all, but I still had a ton of fun taking pictures of these two fighting each other. And then here's our Endgame Cap next to my only other SH Figuarts Captain America figure. We have the Age of Ultron Captain America, right? Not the Civil War one. This is the Age of Ultron one. I always get confused. I know, it's my own figure, but yeah. Definitely the Age of Ultron one, right? And then here's the Figuarts Captain America next to your average 6-inch scale figure. We have the Marvel Legends Big Time Badass Spider-Man. Hey there, Captain Shartface. Oh yeah, try to get your hammer. See what happens, huh? You're not worthy. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to hit that like button and hit that subscribe button, as well as the notification bell. We need those 1 million subscribers. And a big thank you to all these people over here that go the extra mile to support this YouTube channel via crowdfunding. If you're interested in the bonus videos and the early access, check it out, link below. This figure I like a lot. What can I say? I did complain about it. Yes, I complained about all three head sculpts, or at least two of the three, and I have other gripes about it as well, but I gotta say I had a great time taking a lot of photos. Like, I fell into the abyss. So whenever a figure makes me fall into the abyss, I just gotta say I really like it. So this figure is expensive. You're looking at around the $100 price tag for this thing, so it's not cheap at all. But you know, if you want to have a lot of fun taking pictures of your figure, you're gonna have a good time with this figure. But again, the head sculpts could have been better, but anyway, at the price point of around $100, I'm still giving this figure a Sun rating of
I love it!
And it gets that rating because it did grab me. It made me spend a lot of time with it, and I don't know what it was, but I was able to kind of ignore how the face looked in some of the pictures, or especially when I'm taking pictures from farther away, but it still bugs me. I wish they were able to nail the likeness a whole lot better than they did, especially because they get it a lot better with other characters. I don't know what it is about Chris Evans' face, but it just seems like Figuarts just tends to fail on the Chris Evans face. I don't know what it is. But anyway, I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comment section below. If you want to see the latest Marvel news, be sure to check out marvelousnews.com, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, and Stardust, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace!
Posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures every day. I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, it's okay.
That's crispy.
Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.
Your face is hit my shot. Your face is hit my shot.